Alright, boys and girls, welcome to video lesson 1-2, our lesson on measurement of segments. Yeah, rock and roll ain't noise pollution. Alright, folks, boys, girls, linear measure is just ways that we measure the lengths of segments. Okay, the ancient Egyptians used something called the cubit. The cubit was approximately the length of an arm from the elbow to the fingertip. So a cubit was probably about a foot or two. What are ways that we use to measure items? What are other ways that we use to measure items? What are some of the units of measurements? Miles, feet, inches, meters, centimeters, cubits, furlongs, leagues, light years. All right, moving on. All right, folks, I'm going to just give you a quick little second here. Write down these three answers. What's the name of the line segment? You can just do this on the side of your note packet, and you're on the page that we're on here. What's the name of this line segment? How do we know it's a line segment? And what's the measure? What's the measure of the line segment? Okay, what is the name of the line segment? Its name is segment AB, and we're going to write that with the two endpoints, the endpoint A and the endpoint B, with this segment symbol up above. How do I know it's a line segment? Because it has endpoints. It doesn't go on forever. Like, for example, if I extended this thing on the B side, so it goes on forever to the right, now it would be a ray. That would be a ray starting at A and going through B. So starting at A, this would be a ray starting at A and going through B. If I extended it on the other side as well, now it's a line, so that would be line AB. But this has two endpoints, so therefore it is a segment, and it looks like it's approximately 2 millimeters, 42 millimeters long. Okay, just a couple of quick points when we're measuring in the English system, feet, inches, miles, etc. If we have a part of a foot or a part of an inch, we typically use fractions, so please use fractions if we're measuring in English. And if you're measuring in the metric system, meters, millimeters, centimeters, decimeters, kilometers, and again, use decimals, and that makes typically the metric system much easier than the English system because they come in tenths, so everything are in units of 10. So use decimals when we're using metric. All right, bops. Bops. What is bops? Bops means betweenness of points. So, betweenness of points means this. If 3 points are collinear, meaning they're on the same line, so looking right here, x, t, and y are all on the same line. They are collinear. T is between x and y because they're on the same line. And if these 3 points are all on the same line, same segment, then what we can say is that xt, the segment xt plus segment ty, is equal to the total length xy. And this works only if they are all on the same line. Okay, so what we're saying here is betweenness of points, xt, so this yellow, plus this red, ty, is going to equal the total length, we'll do this in green, xy. So if t is between x and y, then xt plus ty is equal to xy. xt plus ty is equal to xy. So now we can see right now, just real quick, bump, I'll do this in red, 3.2 is xt plus ty, which was 5.7. That's going to equal ty, which of course is 8.9. Okay. Now, if 3 points are not collinear, so if x were here and y were here, but t were up here, not on the same line, now we can see that xt, let me put in the points, this is x, this is t, and this is y. So if t is not between x and y, not on the same line, xt plus ty, in this case, does not equal the length of xy. So t must be on the same line as x and y for t to be between x and y, and thus bops. Okay, on this one right here, we can see that y is between x and z, so therefore xy plus yz is equal to the length of xz, equal to the length of xz. So what we have here is we're going to do xy. I need my marker. So I got xy plus yz is equal to xz. Okay, and I just want to say one thing before I do the math here. Let me write this in. 4 5/8 plus 2 1/2. Okay, before I do this, before I add those up, I want you to know if I ever write something xy or yz or xz without the little symbol up above, that means measure. So if you ever see xy with no symbol, I want the measure of xy. So the measure of xy is 4 and 5/8. The measure of yz is 2 1/2. If I add those up, I'm going to get the measure of xz. Go ahead, folks, and add those up. What do we get for xz? Okay, if I add those up, let's add up the whole numbers first. 4 plus 2 is equal to 6. Let's add up the 5/8 and the 1/2. Well, I'm going to write 1/2 as 4/8. So 5/8 plus 4/8 is 9/8. So basically what I have, I just dropped my stylus. 6 and 9/8. Well, that's not good. You can't have a mixed number combined with an improper fraction. Well, 9/8 is 1 1/8. So 6 plus 1 1/8 is going to be 7 and 1/8. Okay, you guys try this one. This time we're going to subtract. So I got m is between L and n. So therefore I now know that Ln, the measure of Ln, minus Mn, the measure of Mn, is equal to the measure of Lm. And remember, if I write something without the symbol, so if I write these without a symbol up above, that means measure of Ln minus measure of Mn is equal to measure of Lm. Okay, so we're going to do 4 minus 2.6 is equal to 1.4. So the measure of Lm is 1.4. Okay, let's try this one right here. Find the value of x and mn if n is between m and p. Okay, there is no figure, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to draw a figure to represent this information. I have a poem for you. My poem goes like this. When there ain't no picture, draw one. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get my marker. I'm going to draw a segment, and I am going to put n between m and p. So I have one endpoint, which is m. I have one endpoint, which is p. And I have n somewhere on the same line in between m and p. Bops. Between the subpoints. So mn is going to be 6x minus 7. So I'm going to use my picture now and draw 6x minus 7. np is 2x plus 3. And the total length, MP, is 60. I'm getting all this from the problem. So now the equation I'm going to write is 6x minus 7 plus 2x plus 3 is equal to 60. 6x plus 2x is 8x. Minus 7 plus 3 is minus 4. That equals 60. So I'm going to add 4 to both sides. I have 8x is equal to 64. And lastly but not leastly, I'm going to divide both sides by 8. X is equal to 8. So if x is equal to 8, I still need to find the length of mn. Well, mn is going to be 6 times 8, which is 48, minus 7. So mn has a length of 41. And there are my answers. All right, last thing I will do before we're done, I just want to tell you about what these little tick marks mean. These tick marks mean congruent. So congruent in geometry is a symbol that looks like this. And basically it means equal to. It means same size and same shape. So congruent means same size and same shape. Okay, so these little tick marks say, so these two both are marked with a double tick mark, which means now that BC is congruent to FE. And segments are congruent, so I need to put my my symbol up above. Likewise, I can see that AB is congruent to CD, and it's congruent to ED and AF. So all four of these segments are equal. So I can now write, I'll do this in red, AB is congruent to CD, is congruent to DE, which is congruent to AF. All four of those segments are congruent, same size, equal to each other. Okay, folks, easy peasy. Here's our last one. First three people to email me the answer to the distance of FG, the measure of FG, will get a bonus point in quarter one. FG is the measure of FG, right? So we're saying here FG without the symbol is the measure of segment FG. Point G, very important. Point G is between F and H. They're on the same line. They are collinear. First three people to send me the measure of FG, you get a bonus point. All right, folks, that's it. Have a great night, and I shall talk to you soon.